What's up? It's your boy Austin Rutherford back here again. So today we're talking about a TikTok video that I made last week. If you're not already following me on TikTok, make sure you check me out. Here's the link on the screen for my TikTok. We drop videos on there all the time, but the video was on a method called the BRRRR strategy, the buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat. This is a way to buy rental properties without any of your own money. And when I posted this, there was so much negativity on the post, so much hate that it wasn't possible, that I was a fraud, it was fake, it can't be done, I was capping, quote unquote. It was just a whole bunch of negativity on there. So I'm gonna break down on this video the 5 biggest things that people were saying on that post about negativity, why they think it's not possible. And I'm gonna show you how all those things are false and how you can actually do this, and all those are state of minds that limits you in a belief pattern that'll lead you to failure. So the first thing that people were saying, quote unquote, they're like, all I got was a small loan of $1 million. If you're paying attention to anything at all nowadays, it's Trump versus Biden. And the thing against Trump from way back in the day, he said he amounted his wealth because his dad gave him, quote unquote, only a small loan of $1 million. So that's what a bunch of people were saying on my post. They're saying that I'm too young for someone to actually lend me money in real estate because I did my first deal at 21 years of age. They're saying I'm too young. That's false. My first deal was a $70,000 purchase and a $170,000 rehab, a total of $240,000 that I borrowed from a private money lender. Where I got this private money lender though was from a RIA, a Real Estate Investor Association, 6 to 9 to 12 months before I ever borrowed money from them. I was just out there, I was networking with them, and I created a great relationship with them. You gotta understand, when you're asking other people for their money, you gotta know the answers. I was 21 years old. Most people wouldn't lend a 21-year-old $240,000 on their first real estate deal, but I knew the answers to their questions because I was dedicated. I put in the time. I was at every single meetup. Every day I was at a real estate meetup. If you don't have the answers to their questions, to their concerns, they're not gonna lend you the money, point blank, period. They won't trust or believe in you, especially if you don't already believe in yourself. Like I said, you have to study up on the business so you can act like you actually know what you're talking about. And all that knowledge comes from education. You know, some lenders on your first deal maybe, they may require to be an equity partner. So they may ask for 50% of the profits. Which again, it's not the end of the world. To get into the game and get your first deal done, having an equity partner on it is not a bad thing. Get the deal done, get the credibility, get the experience, and then move forward from there. Again, I was 21 years old. I got a $240,000 loan on my first house, first time in real estate, first time under new construction, first time in business. I got the deal done. It all goes back to you and how you prepare yourself to present opportunities to other people. The second thing is that they were saying, you know, you just have to start out with $300,000, that you need to save up all this money to first get into real estate. It's exactly what I just explained in number 1. You can borrow money from private money lenders to fund your deals. It does not have to be your money. If you have money, if you already had a business, if you got gifted money, whatever it is, if you have money, that's fantastic. Use that money to start investing in real estate. If you don't have money, use other people's money, like private money lenders, to get started in real estate. When I got started, I had like $5,000 in my bank account, maybe if that. So I'm telling you, it is possible to use other people's money to get into real estate. The third thing people were saying is that I was a fraud. It's not possible because banks won't refinance your property. Part of the BRRRR strategy, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and then repeat it. You gotta be able to refinance it to do the strategy. So first things first, all banks have different guidelines. There's a lot of banks out there that all lend on different terms. So if you hear one term that you don't like, you don't have to swear by that. Go talk to more banks and see what other terms you can get out there. Now, some banks do require a seasoning period. So what is a seasoning period? It means from buying it to refinancing it, the loan has to season. So the purchase has to season. So most banks, traditional banks, Fannie, Freddie, Chase, Wells Fargo, PNC, banks like that, do usually require a 6-month seasoning period because they all have the same guidelines, they all have the same standards. So from buying it to renovating and refinancing it, if you're using a traditional bank, it can take up to 6 months to do that. And I said that I did my deal in 3 months. The example I gave on TikTok, from buy, renovate to refinance, was a 3-month period. And they saying I was lying, that I wasn't telling the truth because it's simply not possible. And if I was doing a traditional refinance with a traditional bank, they would be right. But I was using a commercial lender to refinance my deal. The difference is commercial lenders, they're called portfolio loans. They hold the loans themselves. Chase and Wells and PNC and all those other people, write the loan, and then sell it to the government. So the government has the same standards no matter where you get the loan from. A commercial lender, a small bank that holds their own notes, again, it's called a portfolio loan. They hold the note in-house. They don't sell it to the government. They have their own guidelines. Way different guidelines. Some finance on 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. Some have a 3-year arm, a 5-year arm, a 10-year arm. Some have a 20-year locked. Whatever it is, every commercial lender has different guidelines, no matter what it is. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just take one person and run with that. I've talked to probably 30, 40, 50 different lenders to find the 1 to 3 that I use today because I like their terms the most. Some banks do require the seasoning. Other banks that I work with will let me refinance the property the day after I buy it because they understand that real estate has value and we're just getting really good deals. So you just have to talk and network with enough banks to find the terms that you like. Number 4, other thing that they were saying, well, what if it doesn't appraise on the refinance? This is a tremendous question, a very valid question. And there's a saying out there that you make your money when you buy, you realize it when you sell and or refinance it. You make it when you buy. What this means is that you can't fake the value. The value is the value. If you push the value to some number that's not realistic, when you go to refinance, you're going to be in a bad position. You have to be realistic. On a 1 to 4 family unit, the value is based on the comps. So if there's a duplex that's sold right down the street in the same condition that you're looking to refinance it for, same bed, same bath, same square footage, that's the value. You can't add $50,000 to the value if it's the same house. You got to comp it realistically to have a true after repaired value. I have a ton of other videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure you check those out based on how to comp properties. So make sure you watch those. Now on multi-fam properties, let's say you're buying a 5 or a 10 or a 20 or 50 or 100 unit apartment complex. These are based on cap rate. It's not based on comps, because if you have a 147 unit apartment complex, there's probably not that many other 147 unit apartment complexes that sold nearby. So this is based on a cap rate. A cap rate is a mathematical formula. If you Google it, cap rate, multifamily investing, you'll come up with the formula. But that's what the numbers are based on. The cap rate is simply the income versus the expenses, and it gives you a cap rate. So you have to comp it based on the cap rate. Find out what other properties in the area are selling for, cap rate. If it's selling at an 8% cap rate, then you run your numbers to come up with an 8% cap rate, and then it'll tell you what the value of the property is. If it's a 10% cap rate, run the numbers to come up with 10%, and then it'll tell you the value of the apartment building. As long as you do the formula correct, you're good. Again, I have videos on my YouTube channel that breaks down how to evaluate rental properties. Make sure you check those out. In worst case, let's say you get through the whole thing. You buy it, you renovate it, you rent it, and you go to refinance it, and it doesn't appraise. You're hoping for it to appraise at 700 grand, and it appraises at 500 grand. It's not the best day. It's not a good day for you. But what you can do, since you bought it right, you made your money on the buy, you bought it at the right number, worst case, you can either sell it and break even or sell it and make a little bit of money. Worst case scenario. I've had deals go south where I was hundreds of thousands of dollars off and I still ended up breaking even. I didn't lose money because I bought the property correctly. The 5th thing that they were saying is, oh no, there's way too much risk in real estate. You don't ever want to do that. There's too much risk. This is actually laughable to me. The most millionaires ever created were made from real estate. You got to understand that. So why is there too much risk if it's the most lucrative business in the world? It makes zero sense to me. If you buy correctly from educating yourself, you're good. Shameless plug, I have a ton of YouTube videos that teach you how to invest in real estate. Make sure you check all those videos out. You want to know what's actually more risky? Is working for somebody else your entire life. Building their business for 30 years of your life. Literally risking every single second of every single day being let go. Your boss could wake up on the wrong side of the bed and be like, peace, and you're screwed. You just gave him 15 years of your life and it's game over. That is way more risky to me than investing in real estate. You have zero control of your life, zero control of your income, and zero control of your future. Real estate is not risky if you educate yourself, if you make the right decisions. Is there risk? Yes. Is it the end of the world risk? No. You take educated risks based on your education and your due diligence to invest into real estate the right way. And if you do it correctly, it is extremely, extremely lucrative. Drop in the comments below what some of your self-limiting beliefs are. Those 5 things that I just mentioned are other people's self-limiting beliefs that I just broke right here for you. So drop in the comments below what some of yours are so I can shatter those for you so you can start, taking the right steps to invest in real estate. While you're down there, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can continue to get more content just like this going forward. And I hope to see you on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? It's Austin Rutherford here, and I just personally want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my YouTube channel, where we talk business, finance, real estate, and how to elevate your life. On this channel, you'll find everything from mindset to marketing to wholesaling to sales and negotiation to flipping houses to raising private money to rentals to Airbnbs. Everything you need to run your own business, you can find on this channel, so make sure you take a look at it. But if you're one of those people who want to work directly with me and build your own real estate company, make sure you check out thereblueprint.com, thereblueprint.com. What this is it's a training and a duplicate of my business. Every way in my business where we make money right now, you get everything. It's from wholesaling to marketing to raising private money to renovating houses to flipping houses to buying rental properties, and the mindset that allows you to do all those things. An in-depth look at everything inside of my business. And on top of that, you get all the documents that go along with it. You get all the scripts, you get all the templates, you get all the Excel spreadsheets, you get all the contracts, you get all the credibility packets. You get literally everything you need to run your own real estate company. And on top of all that, you get live coaching calls with me. So don't miss out on it. Make sure you check out thereblueprint.com. And again, if you have any suggestions on YouTube content, YouTube videos that you want to hear more about, make sure you drop a comment in the description below. If you have something, let me know so we can get that content out to you as quickly as possible. Again, as always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, everything. Hope to see you on the next video. Peace.